Everybody has a podcast.
Wrong fart song there. Sound at the end. God damn it. All right. Another Monday night, everyone. Welcome in. Hope everyone had a good weekend right now. Monday night football going on. 21-3, Seattle. Danny Dimes looking like a straight bitch tonight. Woo!
Say, Wiggy, take out the trash!
What I do, Grand Mills. Good weekend in the books. It was a nice and relaxing one. I noticed I've been juggling my debauchery on weekends. It's like one weekend I go really hard in the paint. Then the next weekend I'm out running, not drinking at all, taking in my sunshine, and being health conscious. It's all about balance, right, Grant Mills?
I don't know. I'm on cocaine right now.
No, I'm sure there's... No, you're not playing.
It is about balance. I only do my cocaine on Thursdays and Fridays. So what did you do this weekend? Did you and the family go out and, I don't know, what do families do on the weekends? Pumpkin patches? Is that happening yet?
Hasn't happened yet. It's still unseasonably fucking warm outside. I went out today. I think I just grabbed the mail, and I looked at my car, cranked the car as I grabbed the mail, about to leave, run to the gas station. It's at 100 fucking degrees. Now, I know that's the car thermometer, and it's not actually 100, but still ridiculous. But on the weekend stuff, you know what we did? We actually did go to the store. We didn't grab any. We grabbed a couple of Halloween decor, but I have a birthday coming up, and we have a party this weekend, which it's going to be adults only. So we actually grabbed some stuff for that to make sure you guys and everybody attending has a really good time. So I think it's going to be fun. Other than that, I sat around, watched some football, as we do during this time of the year. Did some shit around the house. I try to behave myself because, like I said, I've been juggling my bad weekends and my good ones. This was a good one. This coming weekend is going to be a bad one.
Oh, you do have a birthday, yeah. We will be celebrating that at the West Dolomite Community Center in the Barry White Ballroom. So all of you come out and enjoy. We'll have food, drinks, and other shit. And yeah, so it should be a good time. And probably illicit drugs there as well. But all you come on out. I'll be like 5001 Main Street, West Dolomite. I don't know the zip code, I forgot, but
35124.
666666666. Ow! I didn't do too much this weekend. A lot of college football action. Oh man. Bama won, Auburn lost. So yeah.
We had a lot of good games this week.
Yes!
Competitive.
Some good games, man. What about Colorado almost coming back on USC?
Gosh, I did not see that happen. I didn't think they were going to be that competitive to begin with. And then Kentucky knocking off Florida, which, I mean, it shouldn't be a shock. My picks last week were shit. I went underdogs. I regret it now. Auburn played a hell of a game against Georgia. They almost had that Jordan Hare voodoo. Not quite enough this time, but I think it shows Georgia is beatable. What else did we? LSU Ole Miss. What a classic.
That was a great game.
Great game. Fantastic game. Alabama, we got a Crockett. Hey, Crockett, I think Georgia ought to lose a spot at number 1. I think that's a good analogy. There's some really good competition behind them. I don't know. Playing Auburn at Jordan Hare is a tough spot, but there was a host of good games. I don't think we're going to have the same slate this weekend. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show, but we do have some really good matchups that could rearrange the top 10. So we'll get into that. What was your favorite matchup of the weekend? Did you think the Colorado comeback was there? The LSU Ole Miss probably would have been mine. I thought that was pretty impressive. And Georgia and Auburn was fun. So did you have a favorite that you liked this weekend?
I did like the Colorado and SC game just because I think we all thought that Colorado was going to get blown out. LSU Ole Miss was a good game as well. It just kept going back and forth, man. Just lots of action. And what else can you expect from the SEC? So, yeah, man, we had some good games there. I know I didn't see Tennessee, South Carolina, but I know Tennessee actually beat them, which South Carolina, I don't have a lot of. Come on, man. There's South Carolina still. So while it is a win, don't be getting pumped up there, Vols fans. That's not really a great team.
Yeah, and they lost. Tennessee lost one of their starting receivers, right? What was his name? I cannot remember. He had a vicious leg injury. Gosh, those leg injuries, when they show them now, I remember you used to read about them, and then injuries. You didn't have all this high 4K def.
Screenshots, everything.
As their legs turn backwards and their knees. God damn, it's like brutal.
Bone coming out the fucking leg.
Yeah, it's brutal. I had a buddy of mine, Mac. I can't remember his nickname we've given him. Z-Mac. Mac Jeezy, yeah. Mac Zeezy. He's a big Tennessee fan. He sent me that screen cap of the receiver. I think it's a receiver. I could be wrong. One of them got injured, and he said that was one of their big playmakers. So I think this is it. Yeah, Brew McCoy underwent successful surgery Sunday morning after suffering a fracture dislocation of his right ankle. Man, when you have a fracture and a dislocation in one injury, that's brutal.
So did Milton play in that game? Was he the quarterback?
I think he was the quarterback in the game. This is one of his starting receivers. So, but with all seriousness, these are college kids. We hope nothing but the best. Man, watching those replays nowadays, I tell people all the time, I'm old enough now, I can remember Alabama on pay-per-view, the JP Pilot days where you had to pay $29.95 to watch Alabama play 24-17 against fucking Southern Miss. And you didn't get any replay on that, or you couldn't rewind it. Now, whew, they show everything, and it's brutal. Man, that Jaden Daniels took a big old hit, too, on LSU. That old Miss dude stuffed him. He fumbled the ball. He's a hell of a quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's great. So, yeah, nice little short recap of the sports weekend.
Yeah, I did go out a little bit to a bar with a young lady. We hung out, but it's the bar we used to go to. It's just not quite the same. Man, it was dead up in that bitch. I was like nobody up in there. But
Really?
that kind of was. It was weird. It was like it's like when you go in the front part and then to the back patio in the first. What am I trying to say? You go out that doorway in the back and you see the big couch and stuff, and right there, the first part of the back patio, and then down towards the big fire pit or whatever. It's like not really anybody there, but there were some people back in the back. But I mean, it's just not like it used to be. Man, I don't know why that dude fucking did that. I just left it like it was. And
Have you met him, the guy?
Yeah, he's always in there. Every time I'm in there, he's in there.
What's the general vibe of the population?
It's way frou-frou.
Oh,
Yeah, not like it used to be. Like it's a bunch of frou-frou ass people in there.
yeah, we had some mutual friends, and I think you know the mutual friends too. But he added me on social media. Seemed like a nice guy, but I think you're right. I miss the old the dive bar type. Had a little bit of rust on it. It was kind of it had its own vibe. It was you never knew what to expect, and that's one thing I thought the appeal was. You could go down there, get somebody studying for their graduate degree or a PhD. Then you get these guys that were in a so-called biker gang hanging out. I kind of like that mix and match vibe. It was kind of everybody's community place. And now I haven't been, but just looking at the pictures that he's posted, I could see what you're saying. But they do have the TV in the back, though. Is it on football or is it on home and garden?
I didn't go back there. We just stayed at the front part with the big couch. So it's all right.
God, I don't want to pass judgment before I go down there. We'll have to make that happen one weekend, but I'm not getting good. I'm not getting a good vibe from what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's see who's in the house. Is he in the house? Klaus? What up, Whis?
What up?
Hey, I'm pretty good. What do y'all dumbasses up to?
Just chilling out, man. How was your weekend?
I'm pretty good, man. Baby all the time, every day, all day.
Okay, cool. Did you watch some football?
I did, man. Curled up on my cows and my kitties and my dogs and baby, yeah.
All right, cool.
It's great.
What'd you think?
I mean, there's a lot of SEC action, y'all, and other shit, y'all. I mean, I don't know, yeah, it's pretty good. I like the LSU dogs, too. And, Killer Red, I wish they would have won a little bit, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I kind of wish you would have won, too. Came back there. I thought something was going to happen, but it didn't, but oh well. I did have sex with a girl this weekend.
Oh, you had sex with a girl. How did that go?
Oh, you did. I bet you did.
Well, she was so stupid, she thought Sir Mix-a-Lot is good with vodka.
That's all right. It's better than the other dumbass ones you have.
I chuckled internally.
He was laughing on the inside.
Laughing on the inside.
Oh, way. Well, so yeah, it was, this weekend was kind of low key, man. Like I said, I didn't do too much. A lot of football watching, nothing. I took off Friday because, man, work wanted to do one of these fucking virtual happy hour bullshit.
Oh,
Calling in for that, stupid as fuck. So I took off. I don't know. Didn't do
there
shit.
seems to be a trend of that. Anytime there's a online social gathering at your company, you like to avoid those, which I don't blame you. I think those are lame.
I do at like 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm like, bitch, I'm still in the store. Like, what the fuck are you? I don't want to do this shit. I'm not trying to fucking do this. Stupid, it's goofy as fuck. I don't even do nothing, dude. I put the goddamn thing on and I fucking do like leave. Like that shit, man. There's nothing there. Oh, we could dress up. Dress up as what? Scavenger hunts and stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's like mandated fun. Like I said, man, mandated fun. Not fun. Fun isn't mandated. Okay.
Yeah, I had my last job before this one. This one's good. In person, when we have team events, they're very low key, but they're very kind of don't give a shit. Good company, but they're smaller, more regional company, and everybody's across the country, so we don't do too much online. I think they respect that we're adults. But my last job, the manager came in. She was young, first manager job. She tried to start team building and doing all that and online happy hours. And then she said we could all get together and do a happy hour one night in person. And I even told her straight up, she wanted feedback. And I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, I don't want to go out, meet my team. And I told her, and honestly, you asked for feedback, I'm going to give it to you. I do not have any interest in doing anything outside of my 9 to 5 job. If I need to work harder or longer some days, I will. That's fine. But I don't want to socialize. I don't want to be your homeboys. I got plenty of homeboys and homegirls. I don't need any more. It's not going to happen. I like to separate my work from my, my regular life. And dude, these people that take their cell phones and shit with them when they're off on PTO, what the fuck is that all about?
They do what now?
People that carry their phones and computers with them when they're on vacation.
Oh, their work phones.
Yeah, what the hell? I've got a boss right now that does that, and I think it's bizarre to me. I mean, if you're off work, man, I'm not answering the phone. I'm sorry, it's not.
It kind of depends on what you're doing. If you're like a boss, it might be a little bit different, but I don't do that shit. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's asterisks beside that, but I think in my position, and I would think most people's position, if you can leave your work at the desk, you're not a neurosurgeon that your talent and expertise requires you to be at the hospital of a moment's notice to sew up a brain aneurysm. I can understand taking your pager and shit with you, but for the most guys working that white collar grind or blue collar grind, whatever it may be doing, you're out there, whatever you may be doing out there. I had a stroke. Sorry. Yeah, I don't get that. He just said he's going on a week vacation, but his work phone will be on him in case you need something. But we have a backup boss. What's the point of putting a backup in place if you're going to answer your phone?
All right, yeah. Well, that's a good point. That is a good point, my friend.
Fuck work.
Do you want to go ahead and go over picks? Like, not do picks, but go over the results and then do picks later. We'll do.
Yeah, why not? We can do that for sure. Because we still have what's our Seattle score right now? I'm not watching that one.
21-3 Seahawks.
Where are we in? The fourth quarter, third quarter?
It is the fourth quarter.
I'm gonna say the Seahawks are gonna win that thing. If they don't, I will come back and update. But
I don't even remember who I picked. I'm pretty sure I didn't pick New York though.
No, you did not. You picked Seattle.
What do we got for picks then?
4 picks this week. Let's start with NCAA, and LD is not allowed to come back and do picks because he smoked it last week. 10 for 11.
Whoa.
That was almost perfect. That was impressive and really impressive. Shout out LD. That really is really good. You, myself, and Whis all tied at 6 for 11. So, yeah, and our guest, Jimmy, 7-11. like the convenience stores. So good job, LD. Really good job, LD. Jimmy, well done. If you're interested in submitting your picks, let us know. You can do them in the chat, and we'll follow along. I'll try to document the best I can. NFL picks. Grant Mills, you were 10 for 15 last week, as was Jimmy. Whis and nope, actually I was 9 for 15, as was LD, and Whis was 8 for 15. So
Whoa, what happened, Whis?
Shit you.
So,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, the NFL picks are always going to be much harder than the college picks, but damn, the college picks, the LD, good. I'm impressed with some of those. Whis and LD both had Oregon State, so did Jimmy. That was a good call. I thought Utah looked really good. And then, you and I went South Carolina over Tennessee. And,
did we? Fuck.
I did. I thought, I think we were talking last week about shooting for some underdog shit. And it was Tennessee's time. Tennessee didn't impress us. I think we were just talking shit. And my dumb ass went Syracuse over Clemson. So, man.
Oh, my God. Well,
yeah.
It was a bit of a dicey road on this week. But, we had some people make out pretty good, like LD.
Yeah. Well, hindsight's always going to be 20/20. It's crazy you watch the game. And, the pick comes in that you didn't choose. And you're like, I knew I should have picked the other motherfucker. But then if you pick the right pick, and it's like, I knew they were going to fucking do it. So I stick by my picks. I look at, I probably look in it too hard. And sometimes I think you just need to go with the flow. So on the NCAA front last week, LD, great job. Guest Jimmy, he stepped in. Great job on those. Y'all were number 1 and number 2. LD almost at 100%. And then we were all kind of wavering between 10, 9, 8 on NFL picks. So Whis being in last on both picks. So good job, Whis, as always.
Fuck all y'all dumbasses.
Let's go ahead and get into calls. All right, we got Raj in North Khaki. What's up, Raj?
What's up, Raj?
Hey, folks, this is Raj. Just want to say hi. I'm not going to talk about my Carolina Panthers right now. They're doing very terrible. I wish Bryce had somewhat of people around him that were better. I have a question for you as far as QBs. Jared Goff or Lamar Jackson? I like Jared. And what do you think? I will hang up and listen. Thank you.
Thank you, Raj. I think I'd go Jared Goff. He's been to a Super Bowl. I think Lamar Jackson's good, man, but his style of play, he's got a more risk of getting hurt, which has happened. And but I think if he can stay healthy, man, that's really the big thing about that. That's the big main deal. Because if you can't play games, well, I mean, what are you gonna do? So, I mean, I'm gonna go with Jared. What do you think?
I agree with Jared Goff on that. Good pick.
They're doing good this year.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking about that with some other guys earlier. I don't think people understand how hard being a quarterback is at any level, but at the NFL, I mean, you're really not even, I don't know how to say it because you're an athlete, but you have to have some hyper intelligence, some super quick thinking. It's a very tough grind. And we were talking about how a lot of these guys, Bryce Young, for example, I know Raj didn't want to talk about the Panthers, but let's put him on there. He's never lost like he has right now. Never been through this. And he's probably going to be a really good quarterback. He's got that capability. But I think a lot of quarterbacks benefit being under a veteran for a while. I really do. And playing, mop-up duty, if that, you don't see a ton of that in the NFL anyways. But I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole. But if I'm picking between the two, I give the nod to Goff.
Yep. I think so, too.
Good question.
I like Lamar, y'all. He's pretty much beastly. And I think he'll fucking do it this year.
And I think he'll get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that style is just...
Can't do that in the NFL. You got to be like a Patrick Mahomes, and he's not Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is special.
Patrick Mahomes is special. I watched, that game last night. And
oh, yeah, man, but look, here's the thing about that game. The refs wanted. There are so many bullshit-ass calls they missed. There's a straight-up holding call on the third down, that third down play, that big play they fucking didn't get. Fucking KC or goddamn, yeah, KC was holding like a motherfucker, dude. Or they did. I can't remember. Was it? I think no. KC had the ball, and it was like third down, and so yeah. And
The
there was a
defensive
holding.
holding?
Yeah. No, the offensive holding.
So
Yeah, KC had the ball. They fucking threw it way down, got that big completion, but there was a fucking hold like right there. Dude was fucking holding it.
Yeah.
On the third down, so they wouldn't have got, man, the refs, man, suck, dude. That's not the only call, so that was a booty ass. That
was a booty game. I don't care for either of them, but you watch him, and he's good because he's intelligent. He's fast enough to be dangerous on the ground, but he's accurate and smart enough to, be. You've got to have that whole, in baseball, the five-tool player, the five utility player. You've got to have all of them, and he's one of those guys that does, because people don't want to leave a receiver open because he can throw a dime, but you can't really. It's hard to spy in the NFL. So he's a great player, though, and that was a smart move, refs aside. He didn't even run into the end zone to score. He slid, and he knew he could run out the clock. That's a high IQ football move at that level.
True.
So yeah, I agree though, and the whole KC thing. I have Travis Kelce as my tight end on fantasy. He didn't really do too much last night, but I am the only undefeated person now in my league. But man, I cannot tell you. Not even going to say her name. I'm tired of that shit, dude. Let's play football. I don't like this whole celebrity shit there, the shit show, man. These guys probably never gave two fucks about it up until this became glamour shots and shit like that, which...
I don't know. That might be a marketing publicity stunt, man.
Oh,
it's share like a motherfucker.
Oh, she's closing in on being a billionaire. I mean, absolutely.
I don't give a fuck about her. I'm talking about bringing shit to the NFL. Like, who thought of this?
Well, I'm saying, I agree with that, but God, I mean, they said, Travis, everything, like you said, marketing and social media. But after it was announced he was dating her, again, I'm not going to say her name. I think he went up almost 1 million Instagram followers. This is not guys out there following him because of that, obviously.
Oh, no.
So,
maybe gay guys.
Yep. Yeah, 40% the gay guys for sure. And probably. But I mean, that's more exposure for him. The more exposure he gets, the more people are going to want to tune in. The NFL, they're going to sell more jerseys. They're going to have some novelty jerseys with all this shit going on. So yeah, I mean, it's perfect marketing. But old school guys like me, and I'm for entertainment. I love entertainment. That's why I like the XFL and a little bit of USFL and what they should be. But I love football at its core, and I don't want it to be diluted. And I especially don't want them to, have shitty refs that are kind of, I don't want to say that's part of the script and all that shit, because I don't believe that's what it is. But I do believe they're going to turn a blind eye if it's going to favor a team that they're wanting to push a little bit. I think that's,
it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. So yeah, for sure, my man. But old Travis Kelce. Let's go to Jerry in Tennessee.
Hey boys, this is Jerry Kirschberger from Knoxville, Tennessee. What about them Tennessee Vols, boys? They know they whooped some butt this past weekend, and we're ready for Bama. Boy, I can't wait to whoop on y'all. We on Alabama.
Yeah, I knew he was going to call it. Jerry, it's South Carolina, okay? Don't be a bitch. They're not that good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stop fucking getting all pumped. Y'all ain't even really played a real team yet. Oh, Florida, they're not that good. And they beat y'all.
Yeah.
So what is he talking about?
He's going to be a thorn in our side for the rest of the season. And as always, we appreciate all of you guys' calls. We just don't like Jerry that much.
Yeah, we know, but we'll let him come on and talk shit. That's half of the fun, even though he's an idiot. But
yeah, Tennessee's got a long way to go. Joe Milton, 239 yards last week. Receiving leader is Squirrel White. Was that for Tennessee, or was that just in the game? I'm just looking at the stats as we're running it. But who's Tennessee? I haven't either. 49-13 over Virginia. Austin P 30-13. They had that Florida win, but we've also seen Florida ain't shit. UTSA 45-14, and they beat South Carolina 41-20. I thought Tennessee hasn't looked impressive. I thought South Carolina did. So yeah, hey, I have no problem tipping my hat to them. Spencer Rattler didn't really come to play like I was thinking he would, and is what it is. Tennessee sitting at 1-1 in the conference.
What's South Carolina's record?
They are 2-3 overall and 1-2 in the conference. So anybody with 2 losses at this point is probably going to be out of the conference running. I know it still seems silly, but we're still in division standings. I think, are they stopping the division next year and making it just the Southeastern Conference and having one team?
Yeah, I think that's next year.
Yeah, so this time, at this point of this year, we still got 7 teams in each division. So, once you're down 2 early this season, it's a tough comeback. So, yeah, South Carolina's already 1-2 in the conference. And you've got Missouri, surprisingly. You've got 3 undefeated SEC teams, and they're Georgia, Kentucky, and Missouri. Georgia, I understand. Kentucky and Missouri blow my fucking mind. That's the craziest.
Kentucky's fucking getting it done this year.
Yeah, and we have a good pick this week that we'll get into later on our picks. Kentucky at Georgia. Yeah, I won't even say my pick yet. We'll save that for later. But everybody out there that are listening for picks later, do some homework on that because I think that one could be dangerous.
Very, very much so, everyone. Man. We got David in Nebraska. David.
Hi there, this is your friend David from Nebraska. Hope you boys are doing good. I just want to know what you guys are thinking about this Taylor Swift. And yes, I am a Swiftie, boys. What are y'all thinking about Travis and Taylor? I think it's great. And I'd just love to see these two together. What do you guys think about that? Have a good show, fellers.
This motherfucker.
We just talked about this, so I guess David just tuned in.
He was sitting in the call bank waiting. And
David was in the sauna with 4 other naked men and just decided to call him. So, David, we just said we didn't. I don't know. I didn't really clarify if I liked it or not. I think I'm kind of being in marketing. I can see the genius of it, and I'm like, why hasn't somebody done this yet? Because I don't know. Maybe there's just hadn't. I'm thinking back of anything like this, in the NFL with a player and a celebrity, and it's nothing. At least nobody like Taylor. Like she is a fucking, like, if I was somehow to get with Taylor Swift, which that's not gonna happen ever in life, but say just somehow, I would try to impregnate her so fast. She's worth almost $1 billion. She's like worth almost $1 billion. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And that's crazy money, man. So anyway, I think it's good for the NFL. Like I said, you're getting market share you would never get with just Travis Kelce alone. Justin
Bieber. He did that.
Justin Bieber. Now that was one. Didn't he perform at the Super Bowl or something?
I think he may have. Yeah, getting him on board is one of those things.
He's about as big as Taylor Swift, like I was just trying to say. Thank you for that. And Justin Bieber, if, like, say he went out with a gay guy from the NFL, let's just say, what was that one that just retired? Colin Nassib. All right, that would be even crazy shit. He just retired, but let's say like he hooked up with him. First of all, you got the whole gay thing, and then Justin Bieber's crowd. Wow, that might even be more crazy shit. But Colin Nassib just retired, so that's not gonna happen. I'm quite sure there's a lot of gay NFL players, but which I don't care. I don't have a problem with them. I love gay people, and that's just my thoughts of Justin Bieber came out there, and I don't know. That was.
Well, I think I would say, and I think that's a good comparison. She's probably the female equivalent to his when he was the Bieber mania. Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say. My boy was helping me because you see, Jay Wiggy and I are almost of one mind. You know what I'm saying? So he knew what I was trying to say, and he just fucking, that's how a good podcast partnership goes, folks.
Absolutely, I knew exactly what was happening. Good salvage. That was a question. We had already answered it for you, but we appreciate your call. So I think Grant Mills nailed it more than I could have. From the marketing standpoint, I understand it. From the man, I'm with you, but God, I just cannot get on board with her. I just don't. She's at best a 6.5. At best.
I think she is. She's one of those girls that have to like if she has like the shorter blonde hair, I think she looks hotter. That long like hair doesn't look
With the
good on her.
bangs, it looks like a Midwestern high schooler. It's
Yeah. Long ratty hair she's got. I don't know, man. I like when she had the shorter blonde hair. She was kind of hot. I don't think she's terrible, but she has to have that look going. She can't just. Some women are so fine, it don't matter. But some women, you got to get that. They can't. You got to have a certain look,
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't. I think outlets like SportsCenter, ESPN, of course, which same thing, but Barstool, they all beat these stories to death. They're on Colorado's dick, and they're on this whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce thing. I get it. It's big for pop culture, whatever. At the same time, give it a little bit of a fucking rest. God, I'm just tired of hearing it.
Oh yeah, they're going to be pushing it, and oh man, Kansas City is a team that's going to make it deep into the playoffs at least, or at least the AFC Championship, if not another fucking Super Bowl. So this is gonna.
Oh God, they want him to propose to her at the Super Bowl.
Imagine if that fucking goes like that.
Oh God, here we go.
I mean, where she performed for the Super Bowl game?
I don't know about that because I think the Super Bowl is put on by Pepsi, and I think she signed a Coke.
Yeah,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Already be Usher, anyways. So.
Oh, is it? I didn't even know they had the goddamn act.
Yeah, Usher.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, Usher.
I love Usher, y'all. He's so good.
Yeah, Usher be. I knew it.
Oh God. Oh. Yeah. So man, we'll be goddamn seeing that story develop as the season unfolds, folks. Stay tuned.
Good, great question. We loved answering that. Thank you. Call in again.
Let's go ahead and go to Roger in where is Roger? Connecticut. Roger in Connecticut. Welcome into the show.
Hey fellas, this is Roger. I'm up here in Connecticut. I just wanted to ask you boys, what's your favorite wintertime or cold weather meal? I love some Hungarian goulash around these parts. What about you guys? I want to know. And I'll hang up and listen. Thanks, guys. I love your show.
Hungarian goulash. Wow.
That sounds like a man that loves Hungarian goulash.
That's a hearty meal there, sounds like. What do you like in the wintertime there, Wiggy?
You know what, though? It made me think I do love beef stew. Good hearty beef stew in the crock pot. That is a meal that I really love. We talked a couple of weeks ago. Beef stew is one of those things. If it's real hearty and thick, I like putting some of it on rice, too. Have you ever done that? Taken some of that and put it on rice?
Sounds pretty good. I haven't had beef stew in a while.
Yeah, it's good. My wife and I made some last year and busted that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask you, does your wife like Taylor Swift?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, she's not on board with that. My daughter does, my 10-year-old. She loves her. She thinks she's the greatest singer of all time. And I think she just heard of her 2 weeks ago. So, yeah,
what?
She's already.
Really?
Yeah, it surprised me. She printed out some pictures and put them on her wall in her room. And I was like, all right, how the hell do you know? It's weird watching kids learn pop culture. I guess it was probably weird for my parents walking in and seeing like Soundgarden posters, shit like that. But she does. My wife does not. But they both love beef stew in the wintertime. What do you like for winter culinary experience?
I like a nice chili.
No.
Yeah, put a nice chili, man. No beans, and
I can get down with no beans.
It's pretty simple, man. Good. Maybe get some, crackers or.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else, but crackers is really all I would do. So yeah, I'm pretty simple.
You know what? I got a good question for you on that. Talking about food, I think the Hungarian goulash. I'd have to see what that is, but that doesn't sound too bad. Hearty beef stew and chili, no beans. Agree with that. No beans, crackers. Sounds good. Is there a particular drink or beverage you like in the wintertime? Like I'll obviously kick up my straight bourbon in the whiskey. If I love to sit outside when it's kind of like chilly out, kind of bundle up. sip on some neat bourbon. But I also had one pumpkin beer one time that I liked. I don't typically like it, but there was one that I had from Salem, Massachusetts that was just a perfect wintertime ale. Do you have something like that, an alcohol drink that you go to in the winter? Or nah?
Not really. I kind of like eggnog. It's kind of strange.
Really?
It's different, but it's got to have, obviously alcohol in it. But I
Sure.
think it's, I don't know. I think it's not bad. You got to get a good one, or you got to make it yourself. Now, there are bad eggnogs out there, but if done right, I think it can be good.
When we went out a couple years ago after I was too hammered to remember, after one of our annual Christmas festivities in West Dolomite, did the bar downtown, the one that pops up at Christmas every year, did they have eggnog drink, or am I just misremembering shit?
That I can't. I don't know.
I
Probably.
don't mind getting down, trying it out.
They would probably have one, I would think.
Okay, I have to try that.
So, yeah.
Man, I like fucking grilled cheese and some tomato soup, yeah. And then put some liver on my grilled cheese. But there you go.
Oh, you and that liver. It's fucking disgusting.
It's so good. I mean, tasty food. Especially with American cheese, yeah.
Oh,
That sounds fucking gross. Disgusting. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I just don't know what's good.
that's terrible, Whis.
I don't think I've ever had liver that's good. Like I've, oh, this liver. I want liver. Ugh. It's fucking disgusting. That's where like all the shit comes out of.
I think
Ugh.
it's pretty tasty, yeah.
You're weird.
I don't like that shit.
Come on, fuck out, y'all. I was talking shit about a player, Steve.
I mean, I'm just saying, dude, that's fucking gross.
I mean, y'all don't get no pussy.
Oh, okay.
I forgot my my non-love of liver equates to my pussy getting.
Well, I mean, it is what it is, dumbasses.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's see what Harriet's doing over there in T-Town.
Harriet.
Harriet!
Hey, boss, this is Harriet. I just want to say hey and roll tide. Hope y'all doing well. What y'all think about this A&M game? I think it's a trap game. And I just don't know. I'm going to be praying we get a win. But what you think these boys can do? I think they'll win it, but I think it might be a tough one. And A&M always a motherfucker. So tell me what you boys think. I'm just going to say roll tide. I love you boys. Have a great show now.
Thank you, Harriet. This is a bit of a weird game. It's almost like Auburn's gotten about to that kind of deal. I don't know. Who's the fucking quarterback? Is it Max Johnson now?
Yeah,
They won this past weekend, did they not?
yeah, they beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Damn, it's
34
really
to
a toss-up.
22. I don't know. They changed that court. Did they? Is it Max Johnson or they got rid of Connor Wegman? Is that right? Or is
I think he got hurt or something.
That's right. Yeah, Max Johnson came in and he's done really well. I don't have a good feeling about this one just because it's at A&M. I think that's a big factor. It's a 2:30 game, and also I'm cursed because typically when Alabama loses during the season, it usually happens the weekend of my birthday or around that time. And it ruins the celebration for everybody. Actually, you know what? It amps it up because everybody wants to drink. So fuck it. In all sense, I will say this: Alabama has gotten progressively better. I think every game since that South Florida game, Ole Miss, and this past week in Mississippi State, they've just looked a lot better, more of a well-oiled machine. Texas A&M doesn't really have the resume. They've beaten Auburn, which I would say has been their marquee matchup, considering how well Auburn played Georgia 27-10. Arkansas 34-22. They played Louisiana Monroe. They lost to Miami 48-33. And then New Mexico they beat. So I think Alabama has the better experience against tougher teams. But Jimbo at Kyle Field, I think that's you know what? I'll leave it at this. Alabama has to play the same grind, no mistake, nearly no mistake kind of game they played against Mississippi State. Boring, draw it out, kill them on the clock, score every time, and play good defense. And if they do that, they'll win.
I mean, Bryce Harper's got to be good, y'all.
Who? Bryce Harper?
That's a baseball player, fool. And then Bryce Young is not. He plays pro ball.
Yeah, he ain't even.
I mean,
Yeah, wow, Whis. What the fuck?
God, he's off.
Smoking that crack, man.
I'm like, listen, y'all shut up.
Whis told me last year he thought AJ McCarron was the backup.
I'm like, now you're just making up shit like a dumbass.
No.
Oh my god! I thought you watched football.
I do dumbasses. Fuck y'all.
I don't know, man. Come on, dude. Bryce Harper? Yeah, fucking baseball player, you idiot.
Hey, you shut up.
God, you've been getting football tips from your girlfriend or some shit, you dumbass.
I mean, she knows a lot about shit, yeah.
Obviously not if she thinks Bryce fucking Harper plays for Alabama this year.
Well, I'm about to fucking get off of here, you dumbasses. Keep talking about Brady shit.
All right.
Oh, you're not. Shut up. Anyway. Oh, God.
Well,
Whis.
Whis will not analyze our shit anymore. But how you feeling, Grant Mills? You can kind of you think it's a trap game?
Yeah, very well could be. I see Bama winning it though.
I do too. I think it'll
I
be.
just have a gut feeling.
I don't think it'll be like the Mississippi State game. I think you'll have like a. I think a Milroe can keep the mistakes at a minimum. Run. He looked good on the run. He actually looked good mid-range passing. I think that's his limit for passing. Very short range, short distance, but they've ran a lot better offense. And Saban returned, the actual Saban, where he's getting on everybody's ass. That's what we needed. And I've said it every week. Alabama's defense, I think, is the unsung heroes of the Tide. They are really good. They've done really well. I think Mississippi State holding them at 17 was pretty decent. Probably shouldn't have been that much, but overall they've had a good year so far. So we'll see. I think it'll be closer. If I had to put a score on it, 31 Bama. I'll go 17 Texas A&M.
I don't know. I think Bama will win though, but we'll pick that again later, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Y'all know shit.
Thanks, Wes.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a break right now. Everybody go out and get your drinks and drugs and take a shit or piss. And we'll do some news on the other side and vintage game reviews and whatnot. So we'll meet us back here in a little bit, folks. We'll be right back. let's do some video game and other news. All right. Whew. So, you know my fondness for world records.
Love it.
We got a Canadian man eats 135 Carolina Reaper peppers in one sitting. Damn. Ben Hoover. So, fastest time to eat. Well, how many? 130. They've got this on YouTube too, so of course.
Jesus.
A Canadian man ate, I think I said Ben Hoover did this article. A Canadian man ate 50 of the world's hottest chili peppers in a record-breaking 6 minutes and 49.2 seconds, and then went on to eat 85 more. Vegan speed eater Mike Jack took on the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to eat 50 Carolina Reapers, which average 1.64 million Scoville heat units, hundreds of times hotter than a jalapeno pepper. Jack finished his 50th pepper by the time it was 6 minutes and 49.2 seconds, but once his record attempt was over, he continued to eat peppers until he reached a total of 135. The number earned him the number 2 spot on a League of Fire Reaper Challenge leaderboard, which that's a mouthful, which tracks attempts to eat the most of the peppers in a single sitting. Jack said he has built a tolerance to spicy foods over the past 20 years, but he still feels discomfort. Quote, the initial shock of spiciness is intense. The second one doesn't seem as bad, but each one after that gets hotter and hotter as the peppers touch new places in your mouth, Jack told Guinness World Records. He said the mouth pain is nothing compared to the stomach discomfort. Quote, I get bad cramps. It feels like someone is squeezing and twisting my guts, he said. Your mind is telling you to stop, but you have to convince yourself to keep pushing through, end quote. Pushing through for what? That prestigious Guinness World Record? Okay. I feel you, man. I'm hoping this is some charity shit like they all do, but I don't see anything. That's a lot. I cannot, wow. Some people die off that shit, like they have heart attacks and shit with some of this stuff.
I was just going to say, and I just pulled up the article to chime in on this, the one chip challenge, a 14-year-old teen who was supposedly otherwise healthy.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Died, yeah. And there was somebody else that, another child who was, how old was this motherfucker? I shouldn't call a kid a motherfucker. Sorry. My apologies. Yeah, I mean, I don't. So they have a warning. Children or anyone sensitive to spicy foods or who has food allergies, is pregnant, or who has underlying health conditions should not try a one chip challenge. That's one chip that is flavored with this Carolina Reaper pepper. So this gentleman set a world record eating how many?
I think the whole thing was 135, but then he ate 50 of them super fast.
Good.
For like, 6 minutes and 49.2 seconds, he ate 50 of them, and then went to eat 85 more for a total of the 135 in one sitting.
This doesn't
That's
sound,
crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't sound appealing to me. Now I'm wondering if, well, does it get worse if you eat more, or if you already eat one, your mouth's already burning at its limit that it can't get hotter. You're just eating more and just consuming more at that point.
He said it feels like it gets worse.
Ugh, I don't want to try this shit. I don't even. I like a little spicy food. I have no problem with that. But when you get to this Carolina Reaper pepper, I don't want to do something that can make my brain spasm, and that's apparently what's happened.
Yeah, that's a bit much. I like spicy too, but like I can't even handle jalapenos anymore because they have a weird Scoville thing. Like you eat one of them and there's like it's not hot, and you eat another one and it's like super hot. So
that's what I'm curious if it's like just so a jalapeno, according to this article, says 3,500. So that's on the very mild. But if you eat two, now are you at 7,000? And then if you eat like a certain amount, or if they grow a hotter one, I mean, is it multiplying every time you take another bite? I mean, we need to do a deep dive into the Scoville. We need to go down to the Pepper Historical Museum and talk to one of their guys about the Scoville units.
Yeah, I gotta know about these Scoville units, man. That is
We'll
some
bring.
information I have to know.
We'll have them on the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. We'll get them on the podcast, man. Oh, what else is going on? I think there's another. Now, you're into working out. When you go work out, do you do chin ups or?
I do. Big fan of them.
Okay. Is that the same thing as a pull up?
Different. A pull up is your hands or your overhanded pulling. A chin up, yeah, it's the underhanded pulling.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, now I know. I learned something today.
Yeah.
So, a 45-year-old Colorado man breaks chin-up world record by Ben Hooper. 45-year-old dad from Colorado put his physical training to the test by breaking the Guinness World Record for the most chin-ups in 1 hour. Frank Sagona performed 1,010 chin-ups in the allowed time, breaking Stephen Hyland's record of 993, which has stood since 2011. Quote, "This is the ultimate test of strength and mind over matter," end quote, Sagona told Guinness World Records. And if you were wondering, see, is there a video? I don't see the video clip on here, so I don't know. You could probably Google it and maybe find something there. But he said his attempt was made extra challenging by a muscle strain in his back the day before the official attempt. Carter felt out of breath until the 44-minute mark. Then I started feeling like I could actually do it, end quote. And then, quote, "My injury slowed down my chin-ups. I actually vomited right after the event," end quote. Sagona dedicated his record to his friend, Mike Rumpf, who helped him start training for the record 3 years ago, but died before he could see the hard work.
Damn.
Hard work payoff. I bet he really wanted to see that Guinness plaque there. Quote, "This record was not only for me, but Mike's memory," end quote. All right, I guess that's kind of sweet. Yeah, he's ripped. Do you think you could do that? 1,010 chin-ups in?
No, I'm not built for that. You got to be ripped and a little bit skinnier than I am.
Crazy.
Yeah, you got to be crazy. If you want to do the math, I just did it for you guys. That's about a chin up every 3.5 seconds for an hour. And I mean, if you think about a chin up itself, you start at the bar, you pull yourself over, then you lower yourself down. That's one. And if I'm doing it right here, I'm taking it. It's about 2 seconds, almost 2 seconds for one. There's no time for rest. That's really impressive. God, I mean, I think there's a point where these records get unhealthy. You think, oh, he did that many chin-ups. Man, he ain't got to do chin-ups ever again. It's impressive. I could not touch that. I would be lucky if I could do 10 right now in an hour or so.
Yeah, that's a bit much. But, all right. We got another world record there for you guys. So,
but that's an impressive one, though. I do tip my hat to that one because that's that's got to be painful, especially after you get into the latter part of that hour. My God! So tip your hat. He did it for his buddy who passed away. So that's a good world record. I like that one.
Yeah, not bad. Better than, what was one we had? I don't even know. Juggling, like fucking dildos or something. I don't know. Anyway,
that was Whis who set that one. Oh, sorry.
You wish, you dumbass faggot.
Whis.
Watch your mouth, young man.
You watch my dick, you dumbass.
I don't want to watch your dick.
Hey, I'll fuck both of y'all with my ass.
What would Wendy say about that?
I'm willing to listen.
Forgive me for even starting him. All right.
Let's change the subject. Right now, we have a video game thing here. Have you played the new Mortal Kombat 1 game? I guess
no.
It's a fighting game, but it's not or something. It's more of an adventure game. Is that what I'm fucking supposed to believe here?
Was it like that weird Stories of Sub-Zero? Do you remember that game they came out with?
Vaguely. I think you are fighting on this. I'm not really sure because there's a video clip of it and it looks like it's a fighting deal, but
MK1,
I thought it was more of like an RPG. Might be wrong.
Looks good though. Graphics are great.
Yeah. This one's by Ashley Bardhan. And it seems there's an 89 hit Mortal Kombat 1 combo So, pro
Whew.
Mortal Kombat player Gerard Gooden, or Ninja Killer 212, demonstrated how absurd Mortal Kombat 1 combos can get by throwing Demon Warrior Baraka for nearly a full minute. Though the game was only just globally released on September 19th, Gooden represents a committed number of nerdos already trying to find the most extreme ways to play. Jared gets no punane. In this case, Gooden was successful, and the clip he posted to Twitter on September the 27th freaked everyone else out. Quote, your opponent hits you within this tournament, he wrote. End quote. And then, quote, what you doing? End quote. Quote, dude, 89 hits. End quote, says one popular reply, quote, I'm definitely quitting and smacking him with the controller. End quote. So if you want to see this, it's on the YouTube, and just Google that shit, right? And so we got some other input from Nerdo Gamers. Quote, this is actually busted, says another. And quote, not because of damage, but because of how long the combo is. The round is going to be over by the time I touch the ground, end quote. Fighting games like MK have always allowed for very long combos or infinite combos, it seems, but Gooden's post is a stunningly spooky reminder of what you can actually do in the game. So it looks like Gooden uses Wicked Sorcerer Shang Tsung, who alternates between his older and younger selves to his fullest capacity, pulling blazing ground skulls up from stone and launching them at Baraka's folded body repeatedly. Baraka flops into the air, groaning at the juggling loop he's stuck in. To keep going, Gooden uses Scorpion as a cameo assistant, extra fighters you can use in a character select, parentheses, a few times letting the assassin breathe flames onto Baraka. This move launches the warrior higher and higher to the air, extending the time Gooden is able to keep knocking him back with the same upward movement attack. Is there a combo breaker on this thing?
I don't see one. I'm actually watching the video as we speak, and he's at 65, 66, 67. And Scorpion keeps popping in to blow some fire on Baraka's poor ass. He's just lifting him up, bouncing him. Scorpion pops in to blow a little fire on him. And his health bar is still only half full. There he goes. He stopped. So he hit the...
So it didn't kill him.
It didn't kill him. I think that was... it only killed about half his health. So... bizarre. I don't know how the... I mean, if this was an old school game, a 20 hit combo was impossible. Almost. You could do them. I had a pretty lethal one with Cabal, one of my favorites in MK3, but this is just kind of annoying. He's not really... I wouldn't even call this a combo. He's just doing the same move over and over.
Like some trickery shit.
It's kind of it's kind of my brother and I used to call it the tripping factory. If you especially... You remember in MK1, if you got close enough and you kept tripping and tripping and tripping and tripping and tripping, low kick, spamming it, they could not get out of that, and Block did not block that in that game. So you could throw them if you were close enough, but if you got in the right spot, you just trip them. So it's kind of spamming a move. It's not really a impressive combo.
Not a true combo. I got you. Okay.
No, there's no punches involved. He's just bringing this little smoke shit from the ground up that knocks them off their feet, and he's just spamming it. Yeah, that's not fun.
There you go. We're exposing the brutal truth of combo trickery, not even real combos.
Yeah.
So there you go. Take a look at that video, folks, and judge for yourself. But we've pretty much already told you the deal. I know that game, Killer Instinct. Do you remember that game?
Loved it. Great game.
Crazy combos in that game.
Good characters and good
40 hit combos.
Yeah, good sounds in that game too. That was a really cool game.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty fun. I remember playing that one in the arcade and the home versions. So,
yeah, a neat little thing about that game was the first game I played, and my brother and I played online when we had X-Band. I don't think hardly anybody remembers X-Band, but it was a little unit that you could connect to a Super Nintendo, and you put the game on top, and then you plug a phone line to the side. Not a lot of people had it, and it was on dial-up, so you could imagine how slow it was. But yeah, we played Killer Instinct on that. One time against a guy that also lived in Alabama who had to be on at the same exact time within a 50-mile radius, and it was sluggish. But I will always remember that the first game I ever played online was Killer Instinct. Great game, though. Really cool game.
Yeah, it was a good game. I'm gonna do one more video game story here. For you Doom lovers, new Doom mod. Basically, a badass Indiana Jones game. This one is by Zach Zwingli. New free mod, Venturis brings globetrotting adventure and Nazi killing to the Doom engine. It's my favorite kind of killing. There's Nazi killing.
Yeah.
Doom is still a very good first-person shooter, of course, even if it's nearly 30 years old. But that first world-changing chapter did lack something that its predecessor, Wolfenstein 3D, had plenty of, and that's Nazi killing, folks. Thankfully, a new total conversion mod for Doom called Venturous has fixed this and in the process created a whole Indiana Jones inspired game. Released all the way back in 93. The original Doom from ID Software was a big step forward for video gaming technology and also helped popularize the first person shooter genre. Even today, 3 decades later, people are still playing and modding Doom and all of its sequels, so it's not shocking that in 2023, some nerdo has spent a lot of time on a brand new total conversion mod for the original Doom that turns the game into a Nazi killing adventure that sees you spanning the globe as you look for the lost city of Atlantis. Venturous, developed by Pixel Fox, came out earlier this month, but in the last week has become more popular as folks have discovered this rad adventure-themed mod. I just came across it, and I was kind of fucking with it. I didn't really get to play it too much, but I might try to really get into it and really, Doom is Doom, but you got your basic funness. But with this new thing, I probably bring back shades of Wolfenstein, kind of like what this article said. And I played the shit out of Wolfenstein 3D, man.
Great game.
I remember hours on that damn game. So, this is something I'm gonna have to get more into. Like I said, I scraped the surface a little bit before the show, kind of doing some pre-show stuff, and seems pretty cool. But I think when you get to playing it, I mean, maybe you could really kind of get into it, man. The mod has 7 maps split across 3 areas, with each map featuring new weapons and enemies. Looks like you got a MP40 SMG, and it does a lot of damage very quickly. A new lever action shotgun is also just as good, it seems, and dangerous as any shotgun found in the official ID Software shooters. So this Pixel Fox, who has only created 2 maps before this massive project, explained they made this mod because they wanted to play an Indiana Jones style adventure in a retro shooter game or engine. So after a year of learning how to create something like a total conversion mod pack, this nerd has finished Venturous. So you can download this and check it out for yourself. It's free. Just a heads up before you hop in, you'll need to download and install GZD Doom. It's GZDOOM, so Gzadoom, GZDOOM, and get all that set up first. And this particular conversion requires a data file from the original Doom, not Doom 2. The original Doom, not Doom 2. But once you have that sorted, you'll be able to enjoy this mod and 3 decades worth of other cool shit. So, yeah, do that. Why not? Hooking you up with game here, and you can check out some video clips on YouTube. So just put in Doom 2 Venturous Map 1 Mesoamerica, and it'll bring it right up there for you to look at if you would want to look at it before doing that. So, sounds pretty cool.
I like it. Love Doom. What a great game.
That was a good game. Very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good.
What a
Seahawks 24, New York Giants 3 is the final. So they got that ab whooped. The Giants are 1-3. They paid Daniel, whatever the fuck his name is, all that money. It was like $140 million contract. And they're sitting at 1-3. Is Saquon injured? I don't know.
I think
he is. Yeah. Oh my God. What are they gonna do? They're terrible. Huh. Yeah. So there you go, folks. That's the news. And the Giants lost. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that I did not pick them hoes. And we will get into that Or did we already get into that? I thought we did.
We already gave results from last week. We got to get into next week soon, or this coming weekend, I should say. But the Giants are whack. They're bogus.
Yes, they are booty, folks. So, but they did have the Peyton and Eli, simulcast, I guess you could call it. So I like that. I would rather watch. I always put it on them when they're doing the Monday night when you have the choice there. So
yeah, they're about the only novelty team that I could get into, especially because their experience is just unparalleled to anybody else that does that, and they're funny. They got great rapport. Man, I try to watch when they had Pat McAfee doing the Alabama game and shit. I like Pat McAfee, but they'll have him. If you go to like ESPN2 sometimes, I think it was Alabama
when they did Texas.
Yeah. Oh God, that was
It was kind of brash. Yeah, it was. He was out there a little bit. I kind of like it. I like him, but I could see where other people would be like, "What the fuck?"
I love it. I love him on game day. If he's doing color, I can see that, but it just was a little more. It was rusty. He needs some more time if he's actually play by play and doing legit color and not novelty color is what I would call it.
All right, he's not worse than RG3. RG3 is fucking terrible.
Yeah, RG3 has just gotten worse and worse. I thought at first he was actually okay, and then I think he's gotten so comfortable hosting or just getting away with saying stupid shit or nobody has said anything. It's bad. I mean, it's. I said it last week. I never understand his, his ways to win the game or whatever the fuck it is. He'll say some random bogus shit like, slam the alley-oop. Yeah, that means he's got to throw the ball more. Oh, okay. Can't you just say, like, increase the passing or something like that? I mean, I know we want to act hip and shit, and that's fine, but at least say it where people that are, 45 or older understand. So,
yeah, he's
too outlandish.
He don't know when to be outlandish and when not to be.
Yeah.
Stuart Scott knew when to do that shit. And Michael Eaves is pretty good too. I like Michael Eaves, but he's kind of he knows when to do that shit. But the RG3, man, you need to go back to fucking broadcasting school or some shit.
Yeah,
do something.
Stuart Scott was the legend at that. I could watch him on SportsCenter every night.
Or go to broadcasting school, I guess. I don't know what the fuck he majored in, but it wasn't broadcasting.
It was not. He's terrible at it.
Yeah, only reason he got that job is because he's a former football player. But
yeah.
Hey, man, there are some good ones though that are former football. Like we said, the Manning brothers are good.
Oh, Greg McElroy is fantastic.
Oh yeah, he's good. I like Cole Kubelik's good.
I think Cole Kubelik's good. McElroy's really good, and as a Alabama quarterback, especially a national championship winning, he is very, very unbiased, very smart, intelligent. He was always said that. People always said that about him in Alabama. And but his broadcasting continually gets better every time I listen to a game that he's doing. RG3s every time it just gets more and more annoying.
Yeah,
just terrible.
He's pretty dumb, yeah.
I would agree. All right. Well, I was saying to y'all, what was it? I think it was last week. I got the retro game, a retro shooter on order. It still hasn't made it here because it's coming from China. Straight from China.
Damn.
And then the damn DHL. Who the hell knows if I'll ever get that damn shit. But I'll keep you guys posted on that because I'm definitely going to do a good review on that bad boy because it looks so cool. And we'll see about it. But for today, we got one. It's a Sierra title. Leisure Suit Larry 7. Love for Sale. So that is the title, folks. Let's go ahead and get into it. Leisure Suit Larry, Love for Sale. This is the 7th one. in the series. This is a Sierra online title, originally developed and published by Sierra Online in 1996. It was the last Leisure Suit Larry game written by Al Lowe, and the last to feature the original protagonist Larry Laffer as the main character until the release of Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams Don't Dry in 2018. It followed the 1993 Leisure Suit Larry 6 Shape Up or Slip Out. Despite being known as Leisure Suit Larry 7 during its development, Love for Sale was actually the sixth installment in the Leisure Suit Larry series due to the intentional non-existence of a fourth game. Interesting. After many of the Leisure Suit Larry games had gained a reputation for not actually featuring all that much raunchy content when analyzed, Love for Sale included more risque elements compared to previous installments. It also featured more fleshed out cartoon-style graphics than its predecessors, as well as voice acting. A mobile game of the same name was also released by Vivendi Games in 2007. The next game in the series to be released is 2004's Leisure Suit Larry Magna Cum Laude. So, this is... excuse me. It's pretty much like all your typical Sierra games of the time, point and click, pretty good graphics for the time. Players can appear in the game by placing voice samples of selected dialogue in a digitized photo in a particular directory. That seems super nerdy back then. The default is the creator Al Lowe. Due to time constraints, the information to do so was not printed in the manual, but published sometime later in the online announcement. That's weird. There's some weird shit with this game. Love for Sale also provides a more literal than usual interpretation of Easter eggs. When certain obscure actions are performed, a small icon resembling an Easter egg flashes in the corner of the screen. This usually indicates that a seduction scene can now be played featuring nudity that is normally obscured. The game was also shipped with with a Cyber Sniff 2000, a sheet of numbered scratch and sniff paper corresponding to a number displayed on the screen at a certain location, so that the player can get a scent of what the area the player is. Holy shit!
Damn.
What area the player character is in smells like. Jesus fucking Christ! All right. So I did play this via Steam. I never played this originally, so kind of, I don't know. You might take this with a grain of salt. It was good, and it was fun, but I feel like it would have been more fun back then, right?
When was this release?
1996.
Yeah, I feel like if we were maybe a little bit older, 18 plus at that time, I would have gotten more into this game. Man, if my parents walked in on me playing this shit, they would have been pissed.
Yeah, I think it would have been cooler back then for the also the whole reputation that it had, with the thinking you're gonna see some titties or whatever. But because now, man, I mean, come on, dude, it's like full blown,
right?
Yeah, giant dildos everywhere. But the gameplay, as far as it goes, it's got the puzzles, quirky characters, humorous dialogue. So it's falling in line with the rest of the games that they did at that time. You got a wide array of zany characters with the puzzles, to attempt to win over the ladies. You got the clever interrogation. You got the clever integration of mini games and activities, such as like casino games, the Sierra Madre Club, and even a little trivia quiz show. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of like the other games, because drawing from them and his misadventures and quest for puss. It's got the one-liners, innuendo, and all that shit. On this one, it's a cruise ship is the setting. And that kind of allows for a diverse cast of characters, scenarios, and comedic exploration, if you will. From a cranky old cruise director to a dominatrix-stained biker gang, every encounter adds to the absurdity and charm of Larry's journey. Like I said, the graphics for its time pretty good. Now I didn't really get into this. I kind of did a play. I played it for a little while, so. And even with its datedness, I'd say it's still a fun game that you should, if you got time. Everybody's different and likes different shit. But you know what? I want to give this I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Because I didn't have the. It might have been more if I could have played it back in the day, man. That's a big thing if you played it before. Being it's the first time I got into it, I don't think I allowed myself enough time, maybe. So I might go back to it and give y'all an updated review, if you will. Maybe not. Stay tuned. But for right now, I'm giving it a 2.5. Did you ever play any? I don't think you played any of those games back in the day, right?
I don't.
Just
No. Well, I mean, I was aware of them. I think I was a little younger than, they started doing the ratings and shit, making sure you're a certain age. I would have gotten down on them, but I think I was too young. It was a little before my time that I could get into something like this. But man, I like them. I was aware of them though, because it was like you said. I thought they showed titties and shit. I'm guessing by what you said earlier, they did not actually show titties.
They would show that stuff, but it was like not. You're still looking at the game when you're a kid. You're thinking, "Oh man, it's gonna be all kind of," it's not like that.
Right. I'm watching the walkthrough right now, and he's like on the cruise ship, and there's like, animated girls on the cruise ship, but it's not anything that's X-rated or anything like that. It looks fun though. It definitely looks like a fun game I would have gotten down on. So I may have to actually go down, get an emulator, and bust out some Leisure Suit Larry.
They have them on the. They have some on the Switch too.
I need to get one so bad.
Yeah, so you can download all of them shits, and they got the newer ones.
Leisure Suit Larry.
He's got all kind of offshoots on there too. A new Sonic game's coming out, I think this month. I need to look at that one and get a review for y'all on that new one that's going to be coming out because Sonic is always a classic. So.
Sonic's a great game. Wish I had an update on NCAA. They did see, I think there was a player that went to Nebraska Stadium a little earlier in the day or before game time. He went for some event, and EA was there on site doing, I guess, video capture of Nebraska Stadium. They actually had it as EA Sports College Football 24, so it looks like they're going to package it as 24 rather than 25. Typically, they would release the year before, but no news is good news. They're still capturing. We're still looking at a June launch date, so try to update you guys. But again, man, there is no news. That was just a fan on Instagram that shared that, and they're working on it still.
Oh, she got some progress, it seems.
Yeah, they've stayed pretty. I think they've stayed with, I think being there at somewhere like Nebraska, who's really had a sad couple of decades since the 90s, if you're putting that much investment into that team, imagine what they're going to do for big teams. I mean, I imagine they're going to give them all the same treatment, but I think they're doing a lot of, I think they're really going to have it in depth. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait. I hate even talking about it almost because one, we're not getting any real news out of it. And two, the more I talk about it, the more I'm excited about it because I want to upgrade my system. I want to get a new next gen system, and I want to play some football. We need to have an all nighter with the guys and some drinks and bust out some NCAA.
Oh yeah, like a spend the night party. That'd be cool.
Dude, throw it back. Hell yeah, man. Go out to the 65-inch, bust out some pizzas and shit. Get the boys over. Faux controllers. Remember, you could bust out the 4 controllers. You get a lead blocker and shit. Get somebody to play fullback and lead block for your ass. That shit was fun as hell.
Hell yeah, dude. That'd be awesome.
We'll do it.
Hell yeah. That sounds good to me. Do you got an NFL team yet?
I do.
Oh, we got an NFL team from Jay Wiggy.
I did a lot of
get into the picks, guys. So, tell me, who's going to be your NFL pick there, buddy?
All right, I did a lot of thinking on this, and I have gone with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. The Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
They won me over. I was close to, I went to social media. I talked to people. I did my research. Dallas and Miami were close. I loved Dallas as a kid. I just couldn't get on board with Dallas again, man. I just, there's something about it. And Miami, I've been down towards Miami, just didn't like it. So I had two people suggest the Steelers. And one, I love Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of my favorite Alabama players of all time, one of my favorite NFL players, great player. Steelers also have that partnership with U.S. Steel. My granddad retired from U.S. Steel. I have never been to Pittsburgh, but I actually watched some videos about it. Kind of liked what I saw, and they never occurred to me as a team that I could really. Just never really thought about them. But the more I thought, and the more they have that tough, gritty style history, I felt like it was pretty parallel to who I am. And, Najee Harris, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Levi Wallace, blue collar team. So, yeah, I'm going to rock with the Steelers.
All right. Now, I know that y'all like the Steelers. I like Kenny Pickett. I think he's cool. But y'all know who my team is. It's the Bengals, y'all. And they're sucking ass.
Yeah, they lost this past weekend.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I had it down here. Joe Burrow has been terrible. He is one of my fantasy QBs, and I made the best decision to remain undefeated. I benched Burrow in favor of Russell Wilson, and Burrow did just not good.
Oh yeah, he's not doing good, but it's still early in the season, and they should get it together, man. I think he's still a good quarterback. I don't know what's going on with him. He's just having a rough go of it.
Yeah, they lost to the Titans this weekend, and
Derek D. Hen, he was getting all over him.
He's still there, man. I watched some of his. He posts a lot of the workouts and shit that he does in the off season, and man, he's a tough boy for putting a lot of miles on these guys that running backs body, man. I think he's still got some really good years ahead of him.
Yeah, boy. Let's go ahead and get into the picks. You want to do the NC double?
Let's rock. I will. And did we get the sound effect for the picks?
Oh, did we? I thought we did.
You probably did. I just wanted to hear it again.
All right. Good.
That worked really well. Throw them all out there. You know what? We're only going to do 8 games this week, but the 8 games are good, man. But this is one of those weeks where the good games are good games and the shitty games are probably not going to be worth watching. All right, let's see. My NCAA picks. I think this first one is going to be a pretty intense game. You got number 12, Oklahoma versus number 3, Texas. Grant Mills, who do you like in that? Sooners or the Longhorns?
I'm going to go Longhorns.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Longhorns win it. I think the Sooners can bring it a little bit, though. They haven't been as good since Mr. Riley left, but I think it'll be a good game. Whis, what you got?
Oklahoma game.
All right, they're number 12.
That is a rivalry game, is it not?
Is that Red River rivalry?
Yeah,
Oklahoma?
I think so.
Yeah, they'll be at Texas. I think this is I think it'll be good. I do. I'm still thinking the Longhorns are one of the better teams in the country, but I think Oklahoma will bring it. This game doesn't seem good on paper, but and Maryland hasn't played anybody, but they're undefeated. Loxley and has got Tua's younger brother, Talia. Yeah, Talia. He's got him kind of dialed in. He's playing better every week. They're undefeated, Maryland. Former Alabama OC Mike Loxley. They're playing Ohio State. So Maryland versus number 4 Ohio State. I don't think Maryland will win, but I think they'll make it a game. So I'll go the Buckeyes. What you got, Grant Mills?
Yeah, I'm going to go the Buckeyes.
West or even have to ask.
You know what? Nah, shit. Damn it. What's their record?
Let me dig into this one for you, because I think this is going to be a better game than people think. Maryland played really well. They have the problem with Maryland. I looked at this earlier. They just haven't played anybody notable.
I'm gonna go Ohio State. Fuck it.
Okay. Wes, do I even have to ask?
Hey, Ohio State University, dumbasses.
OSU, Buckeyes. I think it'll be good. I don't think Maryland will win, but I think that'll be pretty competitive. This game, on the other hand, is going to be a really tough one. We talked earlier, Missouri, Kentucky, and Georgia, the only SEC teams undefeated. Well, you've got 23 LSU versus undefeated 21 Missouri. LSU, who is ranked lower than Missouri. Who do you got on that one, Grant Mills?
I'm going to go LSU. I think they're going to bounce back on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go LSU. I like their quarterback. Jaden Daniels is really, really a good quarterback. But again, I think that's going to be a good game. Whis, what you say?
Who was it again?
It is LSU and Missouri.
I'm going Missouri, yeah.
Okay. I can rock with an underdog. We've already talked about it earlier. We're not going to go down the line too much on this one. Alabama at Texas A&M. I'll roll with the Tide. What you say, Grant Mills?
Roll Tide.
All right. Whis?
Roll Tide, yeah.
All right. Bama. We got the trio of Bama. Grant Mills, I know you're going to like this one. We talked about that third team, 2 undefeated. Somebody's going home with a loss. Kentucky, number 20, at Georgia, between the hedges.
I'm going Georgia.
I'm going to say fuck it and go Kentucky. They just throw shit against the wall. They catch Georgia asleep, and they win by a field goal. I'm going to go Kentucky. Fuck it.
I'm going Kentucky, yeah.
All right. Getting lucky with Kentucky. I'm probably being stupid on my... Yeah, probably being stupid on... People couldn't tell between my impression and the sound effect. All right, this one is not a great game, but since everybody's obsessed with Colorado, we got to put them on there. Colorado at Arizona State, late night Sun Devil game. Who you got, Colorado or the Sun Devils?
I'm going with the Deons, the Fighting Deons.
The Fighting Deons. I will co-sign on that. Whis, who you got?
Was it Arizona or Arizona State?
Arizona State Sun Devils.
I'm going to go Arizona State, yeah.
Man, they suck.
Yeah, they do suck.
All right. This one's not a bad game. Number 10, Notre Dame. They had a great game, too. Sam Hartman, man, he's against Duke. I think 21-14. Duke quarterback got injured towards the end. Sam Hartman, man, he's a baller. Number 10, Notre Dame at number 25, Louisville. Grant Mills, you like the Fighting Irish or the Cardinals?
I'm going with the Irish.
Yeah, I got the Irish too. He's a good quarterback. Louisville hasn't been impressive to me for a couple of years, but they're always top 25 team. Whis, who you say?
I'm going with the Fighting Irish.
Sounds good. And my last game of the week, like I said, we've had just not a ton of great ones this week, but we'll have something on while we drink and celebrate the birthday. Arkansas Razorbacks at number 16, Ole Miss. Ole Miss coming off that exciting win against LSU. Arkansas's on a 3-game losing streak, but none of the losses were really substantial. So Ole Miss, it's at Ole Miss or the Razorbacks. Grant Mills, who you got?
I'm going Ole Miss.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin. I don't think he's gonna let it get close again if he can help it. So I'll go Ole Miss as well. Whis, what do you say?
I'm going Arkansas, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Arkansas is a bad pick. I think these 8 games are going to be the ones to watch this week. So between Texas and Oklahoma, Red River rivalry, Maryland seeing if they can dethrone the Buckeyes, Bama and A&M. God, I think that's going to be a close one. And Kentucky, hopefully upsetting the Bulldogs. I think you got a good slate there. So that's enough to keep you guys occupied. Grant Mills, why don't you take us to the NFL?
Whoa, NFL time. Let's go ahead and bring up the games. Week 5. So the next one is going to be Thursday, October the 5th. Chicago at Washington. What are you thinking, Jay Wig?
I'm going to go Washington.
I'm going Washington as well. Whis Criggy.
I think they're going to pull something out their ass. I'm going Chicago, yeah.
All right. So now we're getting into the Sunday slate of games here. Jacksonville at Buffalo. Where you going with there, Wiggy?
I like Buffalo on that one.
I'm going Buffalo as well.
I'm going Jacksonville, y'all. Duval, Duval.
All right.
All right. Houston at Atlanta.
Ooh, Houston and Atlanta. Yeah. I'm going to go Texans.
Yeah, I'm going Houston as well. They're doing pretty good here lately.
Yeah.
I'm going ATF, yeah. I think that's going to be.
All right.
All right, let's go Carolina at Detroit. What are you thinking?
Ugh, man, Carolina's look bad. Detroit's surprisingly looking good. I got the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Detroit, man.
I love
Bryce Harper.
I want Carolina, dumbass, for type of shit.
All right. Tennessee at Indianapolis.
Titans.
Yeah, Titans. Indianapolis. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
They whack.
Derrick Henry, yeah, I'm going to Tennessee. Tennessee, yeah.
New York Giants at Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Yeah, I'm going Miami.
I'm going MIA, yeah.
New York's just terrible.
Yeah, they awful.
We got New Orleans at New England for the next game. What are you thinking?
Ugh. What's New England's record? They're New Orleans.
They're pretty bad this year. They lost to fucking.
Yeah, they're 1-3. New Orleans. Yeah, Mac Jones isn't really doing shit. I'm gonna go Saints.
I'm going New Orleans.
I'm going to go New England now. Sniff up, see you.
All right. Then we got Baltimore at Pittsburgh, your new team there.
Yeah, my new team there, Pittsburgh. But do I have to pull for them and shit?
No, you don't have to pull for them.
Now, Baltimore looks really good right now. Pittsburgh 2-2, but Baltimore's got this one. I'll go Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens on this.
I'm going to pick the upset of the Pittsburgh Steelers here.
Hell yeah.
All righty then. We got Philadelphia at Los Angeles Rams.
Got to go Philly.
Yeah, Philly's looking too good.
I'm going Los Angeles Rams, yeah.
Damn, all right.
Man, I don't know. He's done good with these pro picks. So I don't know.
Hell, yeah, he has.
Cincinnati at Arizona.
God, man. God. Cardinals are terrible. They were briefly in the running when I was looking at teams, and then I'll let LD have them. Who was this? Cardinals, and I was dissing
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincy, man. I think Burrow's going to have a game here soon, so I'm going to go Cincy.
Yeah, I'm going Cincinnati as well.
I'm going Cincinnati again.
New York Jets at Denver.
I got to go Jets.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's looking a little better, man. If it hadn't been for those fucking refs, and then he did fumble that one, and if he hadn't done that, man, I think they might have got their ass. So I'm gonna go New York.
Yeah, he looked good, man. I think that Joe Namath rant kind of lit a fire under his ass, but they played really good offense. Like that was almost like designed for him to succeed. And I don't know how to explain it any better than that, but it was very, very pitch and catch and really well done. I was kind of hoping for the upset there, but yeah. Whis, what do you say on that one?
I'm going with Denver, y'all.
All right.
Kansas City at Minnesota.
I gotta go KC.
Yeah, I'm going KC as well.
I'm going KC all day, guys. I love Taylor Swift.
Oh, God. Here we go. Can't escape it.
Oh! Dallas at San Francisco.
Whew, Dallas, man. Their defense saved my ass in fantasy football. They look great.
You picking Dallas on this one?
I'm picking Dallas. I think their defense is stout. 49ers are undefeated, but I think that Dallas defense shows up. I need them to.
I'm going San Fran on this one. They're too good.
Shit, yeah. I'm probably going San Fran.
All right. And then we got the Monday game, which is Green Bay at Vegas.
I'm going to go Green Bay.
Going Green Bay as well. Jordan Love's looking a bit better. Looks like he's progressing.
I'm going Vegas, yeah. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, dumbasses.
You never even been to Vegas.
For the bye, it's looks like Cleveland, Los Angeles, Chargers, Seattle, and Tampa Bay will be on a bye. It's coming week here for the pros. So, whoa, got the picks in.
Got the picks.
Whoa, what's on deck for you and your wife too? And you're talking about meal prep. You got your meal prep ready?
You know what? I do a little bit. I've been lazy the past couple weeks. It hasn't been interesting. I've done strip steak this week, but not the strip steak you did. I've actually cut up my steak into little strips. She's been getting those prepared meals during the week. The Fit 5. You've seen those prepackaged health meals that you go to a local nutrition store, pick up, zap in the microwave.
Oh yeah, are they any good?
She likes them, and I tried some of them, and every one of them I've tried has been pretty bomb. She had one that was like a bison burger that was really good with some sweet potato fries. Yeah, they're really good. I don't want to say they're not cheap, but here's the thing: if you're going to put it together yourself, you're probably going to spend a little more. But most people aren't eating a bison burger with sweet potato fries for dinner.
True that.
So. Yeah, I mean, I think they're good. I've been tempted to get on board with them, but the serving size I think that she has compared to my caloric needs is not the same. So for me, I did grill this weekend, grilled some burgers. Man, God, they were so good. Busted those out. Busted a little bit of steak and always some chicken on the low. So
now, do you do smash burgers? I think we might have talked about this before, but I think what you like the thicker ones, right?
I do like the thicker ones. This time I went and bought the prepared ones, or the store had already cooked, the butcher department already cooked and put out there. Or not cooked, my apologies. They'd already sorted out. So they were smash burgers. And they were good, man. I mean, the only thing about the smash burger, when I grill them, they shrink up so damn much. I mean, it looks like shit on there. I need to smash them up a little more or something.
Well, yeah, you got to ball it out to like a correct ball there. And then I think next time I do smash burgers, I'm going to put the onions in there like they do. The onion burger.
I do like that, man. You know, I'll actually put onion powder a little bit on there. Kind of adds that taste without having to bite into an onion. But, you know, as the weather gets cooler, if you look at Saturday, a buddy of mine sent me the weather. I think the high is supposed to be 69. Yeah, low is supposed to be 49. So we're getting into that season. We need to do a filled tailgate soon. And we really need to do some prep work on one day instead of just showing up. Actually, bring the grill down there and do some grilling shit. I remember when Whis came down that time and rolled up some jalapeno poppers that were bomb.
I love jalapeno poppers and I love chocolate sauce over thin rabbit. Yeah, pretty good.
Damn.
God damn. Chocolate sauce over thin rabbit.
That's what I said, dumbass. That's good on the boom.
Well, how the hell you get all fancy all of a sudden?
Oh, listen, I've been fancy. Me and baby do this shit sometimes.
Okay, Gordon Ramsay, yo dumbass.
Damn.
Well, so what's up with this week, my man? Where you headed off to?
Heading to Memphis on Wednesday for work. Took a half day Friday. Yeah.
Don't die.
I try to get in there and get the fuck out. Yeah, I'm going to go early, leave about 7 in the morning, get up there around lunch, do my shit, turn back around. And that's it. That's all I've got. That's all I'm booking. I'm off next Monday, enjoying the birthday celebration this weekend, doing a half day Friday, which, you know, when you do a half day, man, you ain't really doing shit in the morning. So chilling. I'm excited. We're going to have a great week ahead of us.
Oh, good deal.
What about you? You going to be out in the field? Oh, sorry, Whis.
Hey, don't ever interrupt me again, dumbass.
Oh, my bad.
I'm loving on baby every day of the week, yeah.
Ugh.
And I gotta go to baby's, she's ready for that dick, yeah.
I didn't ask you all that in your fucking shit, but okay, see ya. Oh, baby. Well, this week here, I don't even know where I'm going. I forgot, but we're going somewhere. Hopefully doing some cool shit. You know what it is. So, man, you got anything to talk about before we get out of here?
Yeah, you know.
Whatever you got.
Always. I don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs. Only have one small problem. I lie.
Oh. Who was that from?
You know, I just saw it earlier, so, man, you put me on the spot. I saw it online and it sounded good. Shit was funny.
Random online quotation, folks. Go ahead and check out the old episodes on 116 tonight. But check out the old ones. Funny shit there. Go subscribe. Got the forthcoming book, Grant Mill's Internet Guide to Dating, that will be coming out here soon. Woo. And oh yeah. Hope all you guys have a great week. Come back here this coming Monday night at 9:30. We'll have more picks for all of you and more shit that we talk, video game reviews, video game weird shit news, and more shit. So I'm going to close out here with a quote from my favorite comedians, Mitch Hedberg. I used to be a hot tar roofer. Yeah, I remember that day. All you guys have a great week and weekend. Back here, Monday night, 9:30, in the dirty. I'm gonna go. Brody!